Earlier this year, the Hoboken City Council voted to authorize the Planning Board to study the northwest corner of the city as a redevelopment zone. The 19-block area sits west of Park Avenue and north of the 14th Street Viaduct. Second Ward Council member Beth Mason opposes a plan by the Rockefeller Group to build 40-story towers and hundreds of condominiums in the area. She recently unveiled a plan that calls for the expansion of open space and recreational activities in the zone, anchored by major transportation infrastructure improvements and the construction of a minor league baseball stadium. Jeff Hennig recently spoke with her about the plan.
Hoboken's known for the home of baseball, so why not use that as part of something that brings the community together? It also has brings in the light rail system so that we actually have a stop at the northern end of town, which has been something that the community has advocated for since 2002 when the master plan was done. It was a big change when we moved the light rails from the front of Hoboken to the back of Hoboken, and it never really was looked at in this way. So this plan actually brings that all together and actually looks at a way to economically develop it so that it is beneficial for the whole city, bringing in jobs and entertainment venues for the community as a whole. And actually it has space for other people and other communities to be a part of it as well.
Specifically, the proposal calls for the removal of the Park and Willow Avenue bridges, with Park Avenue connecting to Weehawken through the creation of a traffic tunnel and Willow Avenue being turned into a street-level boulevard. A pedestrian walkway would run from the Weehawken Cove at 1600 Park Avenue westward toward the baseball stadium.
The park space, 1600 Park, that we fought 10 years to try to get, now can be actually expanded to the waterfront. That would allow us to have much more field space and be able to maneuver a little better to get space that we so desperately need for the city.
The development would also feature a small convention center, retail shops, a boutique hotel, museum, and ice skating rink. The proposed minor league baseball stadium would seat 5,000 people and feature underground parking. It would be located in the zone's southwest corner below the 14th Street Viaduct and next to the light rail tracks.
Before this gets put out there and we start talking about it in a real way, there has been definitely, interest along different lines in terms of groups of people or development firms that are specialists in the baseball area also have looked at this and have expressed some interest in it as well. Again, until there's a whole lot of ifs that happen before this can actually transpire, which is one, is this area even a blightable area? That's one of the first questions the planning board has to answer. And the second piece is, does the community want to take on this?
Mason says payment for such a grand undertaking would have to include the developers as well as NJ Transit.